Hello guys, this week we are going to be unmasking a surprise folding. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to be drawing a portrait, a self-portrait of us with a mask, and then we're going to unmask what is underneath. All of those great characteristics that make you, you. Now notice, the cool thing about these is all of these are different. They have different characteristics. They have different hairstyles, again, because it's going to be a self-portrait. It is going to look like you. So what you're gonna need is a piece of paper. Okay, I'm going to use a Sharpie to draw with. Okay, but remember, you can use a pencil if you feel more comfortable, but again, the Sharpie looks good in my video. It's easy to see, so I'm going to use that. And then you'll see I have markers and crayons. Again, use what material you have or feel most comfortable with. I'm going to use a little bit of both. I'm going to use the markers to kind of make things stand out and highlight, and then I'll use this to cover most of my space. You'll also notice I have some of my favorite little broken crayons. I'm going to use that in the background. Okay, so let's get started. What you're gonna do is take your papers up and down. Go ahead and fold it in half. Meet up those corners. There we go. Slide your hand to the middle and fold that. Now you're gonna fold it over. Again, meet up those corners. Slide your hand. There we go. And then you're gonna pick up one flap. Okay, if you've done that correctly, yours should open and close just like that. Now, I'm now going to take my marker and we're going to start with the eyes. We're going to go right here at this fold and we're going to draw a line and draw some eyes. Curve. Now I'm going to draw what we call the iris, which is the colorful part of your eye. And then I draw that middle part and kind of color half of it in. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to put a dot about right there. I need to draw a line that goes around. I'm putting the dot that way I have enough room for the forehead because I do want to add some eyebrows. There we go. And we're going to add the top half of your ear. There we go. So let's think about some hairstyles. Now you'll notice this one I did as a little boy with short hair. I did a little curly line. You could do that. Let's see, here's another boy's hairstyle. This one I did with the sideways zigzag line. Now girls, when you do your hair, or anyone that has long hair, it's normally easier to do it with it up. Okay, so that's just one little tip, but remember this is your self-portrait, so you do not have to do that. So let's see, let's do that little one. And let's do some pretty pom-poms. Here we go. Perfect, so again, I've got one with pigtails, one with little pom-poms. I've got some zigzag hair. More curly hair. Again, choose which way you'd like to do yours. So then what you're gonna do is we're gonna come down, we're gonna draw a dot right here. We're gonna make a line that goes around. This is gonna be our chin. It's gonna touch that dot, same thing, touch that dot, okay? Next, let's make a line for the top of our mask. It's just gonna curve just a little bit. Okay, now let's think, what could I put on my mask? What is something maybe you have on one of your favorite masks? Let's see, I have a lot of flowers on my mask, so I'm gonna add those. And then I'm gonna add some little spirals in there. Again, this is your choice what you put on there. Now, a lot of you are probably coming back to school this week or next week. I'm looking forward to seeing you, but we're gonna have to wear these, which is gonna be a little different, but it is nice that we get to wear cute ones a lot of times, isn't it? Okay, so now I'm gonna open it up, and I have this open space. Okay, so now we're gonna make the chin again. So I'm gonna make that dot one more time. Make it go around and touch, around and touch. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my ears so I don't forget, because I like to forget that a lot. I'm gonna add the nose with a curved line. See how it's underneath that fold? And then I'm gonna add my mouth. I'm gonna do a big smile under there. Because normally anytime you see me in the hallway, I'm gonna be smiling, but you might not be able to see with my flowery mask on. So I'm gonna be sure to have a big smile for this little girl. Okay, now we're gonna go and we're gonna add the neck. We're gonna draw 2 lines. You ready? 1 and 2. Notice it goes below that fold. And then we're just gonna curve, just like that. Perfect. So you'll see right now, I have my mask. Again, don't forget those ears. You could add little earrings in there too if you wanted to. That's up to you. You can add those here too. And then this is where I want you to think about some characteristics that describe you, okay? Are you athletic, creative, silly? Are you rather loud, a good friend, caring, kind? I want you to think about that. And what we'll do is we can write that in different, we call them fonts, which are just different styles of writing. We can write them in different fonts around the sides. Okay, so let me grab my pencil, because what if I want to do bubble letters? Okay, so to do bubble letters, say that I'm going to write the word kind. I'm going to write it very lightly, just like normal. Okay, just like normal. Now to do bubble letters, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around it. See, I'm just kind of highlighting around it. And then when you're done, you just take your pencil eraser and erase that out. What if I wanted to do block letters? I would do it the same way. The same way, let's do silly. So again, write it. Okay, now block, you're just gonna kind of go around it. And you may know a different way of doing this. By all means, you can do it your way. This is just a little trick I have learned that helps, especially if you're new to block letters. And you'll notice the only difference is these are straight with an edge and these are curved, like a bubble. Erase that out. And then you can keep adding some more. So let's do good friend. Creative. Smart. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to go in and I am going to use my markers just to kind of outline a couple of things, so again, so they pop. And then I'm going to go in and use my crayons to color the rest. So one thing I like to do is I like to take a marker and just kind of go over it. And again, I'm just writing on top of it, but again, it really makes it pop a little bit. Let's do that over here. Let's color this one. Again, even though we can't see your pretty smile, all these good things are in you, all these good characteristics, right? So we gotta let those shine. And I'll go in and color the rest of it in just a second, but I want to show you how I do the background. Now I'm gonna take those little broken crayons. Notice I have some analogous colors. Those are colors that are beside each other on the color wheel. So I've got some green and some blue and in between. And I'm gonna go around and I'm just gonna kinda first close it up and I'm gonna draw some lines because you are the star of this drawing. This is just gonna add some emphasis on you. There we go. We're gonna use some of this green. See how they kind of go out like sun rays or even a firework. One more. There we go. Okay, now I can open it up. And I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna lay them on the side and push them around to kind of fill in some of that space. I'll do some of that color right here too. There we go, so I've got the background filled in and I'm just gonna keep coloring.